your life.
Awesome, guys. Today we're going to be talking about home equity loans for real estate investors, guys. This is Mike with my Real Estate Dojo, and today we're going to be talking about home equity loans for real estate investors and why it's an important idea to at least understand the idea, the topic, and have it in your tool case box in case you come in across an occasion or situation where you could use that for your benefit, guys. Okay, now most of you guys know that I don't like stinky bankers, and I like to make money without borrowing money from a banker, because to me financial freedom is not having responsibility to no lender or mortgage company where they had to tie you down or you talk to them. However, it's important to know all the different types of tools, because even though that I've never used a home equity loans, and I will probably never use one, but I can't never say never, I might one day use it. That's why I studied it heavily, and that's why I'm here to share it to you what home equity loan is. So know that, you know, I'm not for debt, but let's talk about what home equity is, okay, for investors. Home equity loan, what is home equity loan for investors? Is the ability where you're able to have, for example, let's do an analogy. If you have a business, every month you get a monthly cash flow after you pay all the expenses. So instead of getting the monthly cash flow every month, you can sell the business and get one lump sum of money, okay? That's kind of like an analogy of a home equity loan, because in one sense, in a home that you personally live in, you're not getting the monthly cash flow, but you're building equity. If it's a rental property or income producing asset property, you know, or you have an Airbnb, you know, you have some kind of something like that, like a note on it, then it becomes an income producing asset. So instead of receiving the equity, or instead of receiving the monthly cash flow, you could, you know, sell it, like what we talked about in the business situation. Another example is, you know, what they talk about, like you have a golden goose that lays eggs. You have the ability to continue getting the eggs or sell it, okay? Now, how does that relate to a house, a home that you live in personally, or a home that you have as a rental property, or, okay, is that you're able to control the asset and still own the asset, still own the goose, still own the business, but get a lump sum of money, in a sense, okay, of a line of credit with the banks. And you can use that money to do things like, you know, whatever you wanted to do with it, like as invested in other rental properties, or fix and flips, or start a business, or what have you. And they're probably not going to allow you to do all that stuff, but you know, people still do it, okay? Now, so a home equity loan, what is a home equity loan? Is your ability to borrow money against your business, in this case the house, or in other words, borrow money against your goose without selling it, okay? That's what a HALO loan is, and some people say HALO loan, home improvement loan, okay? Why is it important, you know, that you know about a HALO loan? Because, you know, if you have a property, let's say it's a rental property, or it's a house that you live in, but let's assume it's a rental property in this case, and you're getting $500 a month positive cash flow, okay, and today you want to, you know, interest rates are very low, you can get a home equity loan on it, assuming you have equity, and start buying more stuff. And you don't have to sell your property and go find a new one, advertise and talk to motivated sellers, and use my seller phone script. By the way, that's on sale right now for $49. Retails for $325. Only by 9 or 10 more hours left on it, guys. Make sure you get it. So you don't have to do all that sweat equity or pay wholesalers to bring you a deal when you already have a nice property. You already know it left and right. You probably have it for a couple of years, or if it's even your own home. Let's say if it's your own personal home, you could get a home equity loan to do investments with. Okay. Now, what do I think about home equity loans? And before I could get into that, yeah, let's talk about it. What do I think about home equity loans? I think that if you want to go positive, and this is a, you know, like a line here. Let's assume this is the center, and if you want to go from here, this is a 0, positive. You can't go negative. And many people in our society, even very successful people, talk about how, you know, they've gone this way. You know, they're in debt 42 million, 50 million. They say, hey, you know, I have a jet, or I have a nice properties, and I have all this. But they also, if you listen to them, they talk about when 2007 crash came, how the bankers took their money, took their credit. They wanted all their money, and they were in tough situations like that. Okay, and that's because they think that by going left, which is negative, which is borrow money, okay, which is like sticking yourself with steroids, you're gonna have side effects, and the side effect is you can't ever been free. Okay, so but if you go this way, then of course it's gonna be a slow growth, because you have to use imagination, creativity, instead of just going to a bank and just signing away. Okay, I sign away. Here, you get $300,000. How hard was that, dude? Okay, sure, you got to work on your credit, but I think that if you have a home and you create yourself 50% equity or 70% equity, good job for you. Please don't. I mean, like if it was my mom or my dad, I would say please don't try to get debt on that. I mean, you're almost hitting the finish line. Just have that property debt free. Don't get another loan on it, because, which brings me to my next point, because there's other alternative ways, and this is very crucial, so hear me right. There's other alternative ways to buy houses without getting a home equity loan, halo loan, okay? And that is by, listen up guys, this is very crucial, by dealing with the sellers direct. Okay, so the institutional way, what is the institutional way? Not the college way, because the college is not the college way. They say get a job, but people that want to become entrepreneurs, and they go with the herd of entrepreneurship, the other track that everybody's been traveling, they tell you that, hey, you need hard money lending, or you need home improvement loans to buy properties, you need to go to the MLS, you need to go to the auction. But there's other ways. That's what I call alternative, creative financing, okay? Where you deal with the seller direct. That's what I use, okay? I deal with the seller direct, and I buy their home via owner financing, okay? And there's many different ways to structure creative owner financing. For example, you have like what's called master leases, where you lease the property, you don't own it, you don't have to deal with the repairs, you lease it and you sublease it, let's say to Airbnb renters, short-term renters, or you just lease it normally, and you get to control the cash flow. Or you could do situations where you could do owner financing, where the seller gives you the deed or the title of the property, you become the rightful owner of it. So there's many different ways, what I call alternative ways to do home equity. So is home equity loan bad? No, it's not bad, but it should be, I would only use it like as a toolbox tool that's at the bottom. It's in there. If one day an opportunity comes that I need it, I will, but it's not going to be my very first tools, okay? It's going to be like the 1%ers, okay? It has to be like in desperate situations where I want to let go of my equity, or I want to let go of like and get more in debt. If I'm going to get in debt, I'm going to get in debt with some other seller's Social Security or some other seller's debt. I'm gonna just take over their debt, or if they own it free and clear, okay, I'm just gonna have them carry me a note. And why would the seller sell me their home in that way? That's a very good question. When I started in 2007, fourth quarter, I didn't believe it either. But the difference is I took action to see if the stuff that they talked about on TV was real, late night shows. And some of you guys will just never take the action. And when I did my first deal for my own home, personal home, I bought it owner financing from a seller that was going to a divorce and they were motivated. Then I became a believer. From then on, I just hit the ground and started running. So there's other ways to buy property, and to find these buyers, guys, I have a book called the 39 No Fluff Marketing Boot Camp. It shows you 39 ways to find sellers for free or paid, whatever your budget is, and everything between. And if you want to learn about, how to do owner financing, how to negotiate owner financing, how to close owner financing, how to do the sales, how to give offers. If you want to learn about master leases, Airbnb, you want to learn about fix and flips, landlording, a big course, guys. I have what's called, I just created it, just finished it, just haven't been even 48 hours. It's called the Mother Course, and I've already sold a lot out of it. It's very, very long. It's 171 chapters, and it talks about the Mother Course, just like our planet. It has everything in there, okay? It has everything from wholesaling, which where you don't have to own a property, you just put it under contract, you don't need no credit, you don't need any money, and you just sell your positioning, all the way down to fix and flips, how to give offers, how to find the repairs, how to meet the seller. We talk about sales, negotiation, landlording. It's so big, guys. It has cold calling, door knocking, technology, how to set up your voice messages, how to set up your websites, Facebook marketing, retarget marketing. It's just so long, and basically it's 2 books. You have the part 1 and part 2. I recommend you guys start with the part 1 and then take action, and then come back to the part 2 whenever you come to the situation where you need that specific skill, because it's not just one type of book where you have to get owner financing and then you have to buy a book for landlording, you have to buy a book for wholesaling. It's everything. It's the Mother Course, guys. And with that, you can go and find sellers that are willing to sell you their home, okay, without you taking your house that you built all this time, equity into it, and then giving it back to the bankers for ridiculous interest rate, okay, or whatever, even jeopardizing it. Why not get that house paid off? Now, sometimes it may be a good option, but I don't think I would use it much in my business, only very little, okay? Now, the alternative ways like master leases, owner financing, subject tos, wraps are where I'm going to go for, and that's why I don't deal with the banks, because there are sellers out there that are motivated, and if you market to them, you're going to find them. And when you find them, if you know how to talk to them, okay, some of you guys are new and you don't know how to talk to a seller, or you don't know what to ask them, or you don't know if they're motivated, then what you need is to download my Ninja Seller phone script, and that guides you through all that stuff, from all the way to what to ask the seller, all the way down to how to do the numbers to give an offer, all the way down to decide to let you know what type of offer to give the seller because of the question. It's like 4 or 5 pages. It has almost an hour video training plus the PDF file. It's not your average seller phone script, guys. I just call it the seller phone script. It's multi-dimensional. I use it, my students use it. They pay me $25,000. So highly recommend getting that, guys. Now, if you use this technique, you cannot get home equity loans, but if you want to get a home equity loans, they're great because you don't have to sell your goose, okay? And you can just keep your goose. You already know the goose, you know all the dimensions of the goose, you know how long the days on the market are when you try to rent it. So, you know, or if you live in the property, you already maybe done maintenance to it, or your kids grew up in it, so you don't have to sell your home to get some cash to do some investment. So home equity loans are good. But if you're new and you want to get into business, I wouldn't recommend getting a home equity loan, because I recommend for learning how to advertise to find motivated sellers. And it will take more energy and more effort on your part, and you're going to have to learn more skills. but you don't have to get into debt in the sense of putting your social security up in line, in the sense of getting you can get a non-recourse loan. If you don't know what that is, get on my website blog, My Real Estate Dojo, and type in non-recourse. I have a video about that. So it's very crucial that if you're new, I don't think you should go borrow money from a hard money lending. I don't think you should borrow money on your credit cards. I don't think you should go borrow money on your your own homestead, because your odds of success are very little. If you don't believe me, if you never played a guitar, go pick up a guitar and tell me how good you are. If you never golfed before, go pick up a golf course and see how good you are. So if you're gonna pick up a new skill like investing, which is complex as playing a guitar, and you never done it, doesn't make any sense to go get into debt assuming you're gonna succeed. Are there some people that do it? Absolutely. This is America, guys. But the probability, the odds against you are so much higher. This way, that to advertise to motivated sellers, marketing is two ways: free or paid. Free requires sweat equity, your time. Paid requires, paid money, and you just fill the marketing machine. So guys, if you want to learn how to do owner financing, and you want to learn how to find the motivated sellers that are willing to do owner financing, and instead of getting the home equity, instead of getting the debt, you need to do one thing. Get on my website, My Real Estate Dojo, search on the box or click on the online store and look for the mother course. It's the mother course. It's the only course you need for real estate. The mission of this course was for me to help you get 1 to 3 deals in 59 days. So it gets you 1 to 3 deals. Like, what is a deal? From you learning this information, you taking action, you finding a seller, you talking to them, you put it in a contract, you take it to the title company, and you buy yourself if you're a fix and flipper, or buy and hold. If not, if you're a wholesaler, then you get back into the game and you market it to find a cash buyer, and then you take it and get your assignment fee. All that in 59 days if you're an action taker. And if you're not an action taker, you're a couch potato, then I'm sorry, it's not gonna work for you. So don't even bother. But if you want to take action, the mother course has everything under the moon, the stars, all lined up for you, okay? For a very, very small price of $325 at this current time. I'm having a special on it, guys. Retailing $1,500. Retailing $1,500, and I can sell it for $5,000. As you can go back to my other products that I sold, like my VA Exponential, people are saying that it's worth $5,000. People are saying they bought many different books, REI courses, and I rocked them. I rocked those other guys out because I put my love and my heart into it, guys. I want to change your life. This book is going to help you get 1 to 3 deals in 59 days. The guys that never have sales experience or are nervous, never done any of this marketing, and you're probably going to be on the one side. I don't want to jinx you. You could do 3 or more, right? Anything's possible in America. But the people that already have, sales experience, or more hungrier and more driven, they're going to be on the 3 side. I usually, with my students, are able to do that in 30 days or less. 1 to 3 deals. I have many people that do in 1 week, 2 weeks, 30 days. So I've doubled my formula, because I'm not there to hold your hand and make sure you're doing it right. Okay, so that's why I said, hey, 59 days. Okay, so what I wanted for this course is to help you without you spending $25,000, and show you exactly what I teach my students, so you can get your first paycheck, second paycheck, or third paycheck, depending on your mindset and your hunger level and your time and you have allocated to it. Okay, but if you take action, this is the only course you're gonna need, dude, to go get your fucking first paycheck. Okay, I talk about owner financing, I talk about note creation, I talk about door knocking, I talk about cold calling, negotiation. I mean, it just goes on and on and on, guys. Motivation, mindset, your belief sheet, your dream sheet, just out of this one and only, guys. And it's a game changer. Now, who is this book for? This book is great for somebody that hasn't done a deal yet. right? If you went to courses and you spend money and nothing happened, I'm very, very sorry. That's happened to me too. But if you take this book and you take action, I give you a lot of free bonuses. What do I give you in there? Okay, besides the 171 chapters, besides the 100-hour plus, which is almost 2 weeks plus of video training. It's more than 100 hours. I'm just understating it. Okay. I give you my 39 marketing boot camp that has tons of marketing assets in there, like text messaging ads, like online ads, print ads, like email follow-up series ads, tons of other stuff, guys. It has 39 ways to proven, street tested, what I use to find sellers for free, almost for free. And in the mother book, I have tons of marketing things you can do. Okay, from text messaging all the way down to mail. Okay, so the mother course is not gonna last forever, guys. It's $1,500 retail. Since this is a pre-launch flash sale, $325. You're not gonna regret it if you take action. This is the only thing you're gonna need, guys. Don't take no for an answer, and instead of spending your next month bill on drinking or going to the bar or paying cable bill or satellite bill, why don't you put that investment, commitment to yourself to get you a deal and change your life? If it's for yourself, if it's for your family, whatever it is. And I am over delivering to help you get what you want to go, because I'm not a money chaser, I'm a life changer. And if you just get on my website, look at the reviews, you can tell, guys. Okay, I had 3 businesses, rental properties. I didn't even have to do this. I was making good money. I had 100,000, my dream car. I had my dream bike, 20 grand. When most people's cars are not even that much. I was living life, guys, and I let it all go because I want to be exactly where some of you guys are, which is starting from nothing and making something. Okay, yeah. In the past 6 months, 7 months, I've been homeless. I haven't had water. I showered every 3-4 days. I mean, I'm starting just like you guys, and and you can do it in America, and that's the key. And since I'm not doing it anymore, in a sense of not having all my businesses and keeping everything private, I can give it to you guys all out. Okay, yeah. So I don't have to feel like you guys are my competition anymore, in a sense. Okay, so I'm letting it all out. I want to change your life. Download my mother book. If you take action, send me a picture of your check, guys, because that's the whole goal, to get as many people with checks next to them saying the mother course changed their life, guys. Don't take no for an answer. Hustle and bustle. See you later, gang.